I loved the process. Late nights, the stress. We didn't know each other at all, and now we're attached at the hip.
We need to figure out our image.
Can these students apply their knowledge of science and technology to running a successful company?
We really try to get them to think, where is the future? Where is your future?
In virtual enterprise classrooms, teams of students apply their knowledge of science and technology to a simulated venture. They market and sell a product to their peers around the world.
You can look on our e-commerce page and buy now.
If you're driven in entrepreneurship, this is a really good class.
How would we set this up with our accounting system?
For the students, it becomes real. They create a mission statement, they create a business plan.
After the first year, we can maybe give them a discount.
This is our generation system, this is just the layout.
Innovation is critical.
The entire idea is to make a generator start off of a battery that's solar powered.
They develop people skills, they develop leadership skills, communication skills. Our next group is using technology.
This series follows 4 student teams at Rhodes State College through the business development process.
It's actually pretty cool that, it could turn into a worldwide business.
Absolutely. And we have a market maker where they actually place their company online.
We already got 4 sales.
Isn't that fantastic?
It is fantastic.
That is great.
The students learn as much about the science and technology behind their product as they do the business development process.
How much money you want to borrow to start your company?
Today, students finalize finances and business plans, which they will present to a panel of judges asking for a virtual startup loan.
I'm really nervous. I'm not sure what the judges are going to expect.
It's a simulation as if they're going in front of the bank and they're asking for a bank loan.
You have fixed costs, which would be rent, then you have variable costs, which is labor.
I like to see the numbers come together.
So
if we do that times
5.5%
interest.
Yeah. You're gonna have to pay very close attention because any simple little mess up can make a huge mistake.
Basically, we're just gonna move this to here, and that's that. That's all we're doing.
They've been working on accounting information. They have Excel spreadsheets. They've had to do sales forecasts. They've had to do break-even analysis, a loan amount, how much are they going to ask for?
With the average price times the target market value.
Are we going to go with the estimate, the 2 million trucks?
I think that's a good estimate to start with.
You want to make sure everything's right, or else you're going to have an IRS audit.
These attendants could put them in their pocket, they could drop them, they could break them. So maybe we could put a warranty on those.
Or can you just put a warranty on a whole package, like if they buy a whole package?
Like a 5-year is going to cost more than a 1-year warranty.
After the first year, we can maybe give them a discount. We got a lot of stuff done. We got our financial plan, like how much money we were going to start off with, how much money would our product cost. We get to come up with our own numbers.
Now, you want to keep your quantities because the judges will ask you, where did you get those numbers?
There's a lot of details to start a business when it comes to finances. I'm not really sure if I still understand all of it.
And sometimes they struggle with the accounting because they haven't had accounting.
And you already got your expenses in there.
Yeah, estimates so far. Average $20 an hour between the general labor, welders, and engineers.
What about your sales forecast? What do you have for that?
5,000 units within the first year total.
So the first month you're selling 200 units?
Yeah.
Those are very aggressive numbers. You just be prepared to defend that with the judges.
I asked Jesse and Kylie to look at that. The first 3 months you're a new business. Can you really generate that much in sales? And they also seemed a little aggressive on how much they're asking for a loan.
1.5 million.
What are you going to use that for?
I don't have that yet. So I'm hoping that we can get an accurate cash flow statement and balance sheet and our business plan.
The business plan template is here, which you're already working with.
Kathy Keller is in charge of our Small Business Development Center, and she will go into details about break-even analysis, expenses, and Excel spreadsheets.
If you were to be starting a real business and want to go to a bank or to a private investor, not only would they want to see your written business plan so they fully understand your business, but they're going to want to make sure that you're going to be able to repay any loans or debts that you have from that business.
Your cost, your building, your employees, insurance. There's a lot more that goes into it rather than just one day you think of something, the next day you have a business.
Then let's take a look at the next line. That's self-employment expenses.
The cash flow sheets gives you a little bit more detail, just really wouldn't think about.
Today is practice day. You are the judges unless you're giving your presentation.
They did a pretty good job for practice day, but yes, the nerves are running high today.
Large competitors will be.
It's in the business plan. Do we need it on here?
And I have the model, and I will bring that in. Thank you.
Do not leave until Mr. Craig Brown talks to your group.
Craig Brown, who's with the Small Business Development Center, he came over and talked to each team individually.
Good luck. Thank you. You're welcome. You guys did a lot better than you give yourselves credit for. Nice job. Good luck. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Hey, can we see your hand? Okay. Now you know what? He did look at his hand one time when he was up there. Well, get an A, all right?
He helped us out a lot. More excitement, more enthusiasm, eye contact. I feel like I actually do know what the judges are looking for.
Today, they actually go in front of the judges. It's a simulation. They're asking for a bank loan.
I'm feeling slightly nervous.
Probably gonna fight off being sick.
Not to mess up, not to say the wrong thing.
Am I going to accidentally cuss and not realize that I cussed?
I think we're really ready for today, and I'm really ready to be done.
Innovative Solar, you may proceed.
Our main goal is to innovate solar panels for semi-trailers that will practice green management in accordance with STEM. Our first product is the thin film flexible solar panel and also the adjustable rigid solar panel.
We wanted to show you not only on pictures of what we have on our presentation, but an actual truck model. We went above and beyond and decided to have a model
of a semi-truck. And then we're going to have the solar panels on the scoop on the top.
I brought a picture of my husband's truck to give an idea.
On our machine, we can do 8 inches by 8 inches by 8 inches, so an 8-inch cube. So when the truck's done printing, it'll be something like this little Porsche that we have here.
Okay. That'll be wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That is going to be our wow factor.
It shows where the sun direction is, so we wanted to be able to physically show you.
They loved it. Our legal structure of Innovative Solar is an LLC.
Our business plan ended up being about 17 pages.
You've done a lot of background work to put together the plan, so I commend you. Nice job.
Thank you very much.
So I was really excited about that because I really worked hard on the business plan.
We're asking for a loan amount of $200,000 to cover expenses such as our utilities, advertising, payroll. This is what you guys have in your business plans.
If they wear a tie, they get 100% for professionalism. If they don't wear a tie, they lose points. It's real simple.
We would have to go with our business plan and discuss that with each truck stop kiosk to advertise on their property for a percentage of the profit.
You have to find a different angle that appeals to them, like maybe this will help you qualify for government grants.
Exactly.
This introduces them to all the other components they need to think about.
Congrats, well done, you're done.
I'm confident we were first place. Jessica, Kyle, and I came out and gave each other high fives, and we know we won.
We are Spags. The main conflict between me and our CEO actually got resolved about 2 weeks ago, so it was just in time. I will turn it over to Kylie for how we priced this.
Okay, our 12-volt solar panel will cost about approximately $35.
Now we've come to a compromise of, look, this is a team, we're a team, and we're not going to get anywhere if we don't work as a team.
We seek to provide a green generation system. The most challenging part was the actual writing of the business plan. What words do I use? Which ones don't I? What sounds more professional?
I really expect them to put together a professional written plan. I really don't have room for typographical errors, grammar mistakes.
Now we're going to get into the financials of what we're asking for. $100,000 through personal investment or friends, family, outside investors, which is going to take the principal left down to $650,000.
I didn't see how you plan to pay them back. Did you have a plan?
I actually had not thought about that. Most of the questions actually came about the financial portion of it.
I was actually glad to see that they had $100,000 raised from friends and family to show that you had skin in the game and really making sure that your venture was a success.
Right.
Any other questions? No.
Right,
Well, you're
thank
done?
you.
I was expecting the judges to ask way more questions than what they did. I'm not sure if that means that we covered the bases that we needed to or if they just weren't interested. I'm not quite sure how to take that yet.
Michael. Good afternoon. Nice to meet you. I'm Greg. Nice to see you.
We've lost a member, but we've all kind of pitched in to do her work and pulled it together.
Our business is called, as you can clearly see, 3E Services: Experience, Efficiency, and Environment.
When you're working with a team and you have responsibilities and obligations and everyone's counting on you, panic sets in.
My financing or back loans is $450,000.
You're going to need $790,000 to open, and you're simply asking for $450,000 from the bank. Where is the balance?
And losing the team member really didn't help. It kind of just added more stress to what was already stressed enough for all of us.
I believe the rest of it will come from the income of the product.
Unfortunately, I must have gotten the wrong sheet in here.
Boy.
I have zeros on bank loans.
Even on the loan amortization, it's just zeros, the whole page.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we have a copy of ours.
Okay.
So, is anything you guys say?
Perhaps my expectations are a little above what they should be. I look at this as they're going to be our leaders tomorrow.
We did it as if the CEO was the owner and the rest of the staff was the employees.
And that technically comes back to how did you organize your business and what is your agreement between you? That should be stated in here.
You really can't fake it on game day, and you can tell the ones that practice.
You may proceed.
Hello, my name is Larry Cole. It takes everybody to come together as one.
They'll be required to work 3 different shifts so that we can provide 24/7 assistant services for our customers.
I was an office manager and I had to run a business that was already going. It's a lot harder to actually start a business.
Our annual loan payment will be $23,620. So if you break that down, that's almost $2,000 per month. So essentially you guys will be making $18,000 off of us by giving us this loan. If I was to open my own business, I would hire an accountant.
Yeah.
I spent a good 11 hours sitting there trying to plug out like 12 numbers, and it was like, I didn't understand how real life they wanted this project to be.
So our target market would be businesses, language educators, and vacationers.
I mean, Carrie did awesome.
She did really good.
I was impressed.
Me too.
How did you come up with the idea?
She got it off of Star Trek. And, I just said, well, we already have a technology that's here. We just need to put it into use.
Sort of marry it.
Yeah.
Your team presentation was very polished. Your materials had a great look. And just to give you inspiration, the folks that started YouTube just a year later sold it to Google for $1.5 billion. So, you might be onto something as developing an app that you can sell to a bigger service at some point too. So I am just constantly amazed seeing their final presentations and seeing how professional they are and how much they really care about making a good presentation.
I haven't ever worked this hard on a project in my life, and I'm just exhausted,
Well, you did a great job. Everything was very well put together. So while I'm sorry it was the hardest project you've ever done, it's very well reflected in your final product.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Very much appreciated the one group that said, oh, this was more work than I ever imagined being in business. I think this group did a nice job overall. I wasn't displeased with any of them. I thought as a class they did really
I think overall
well.
this has actually been a better group than we've seen in prior years.
I would agree with that, and I also have to agree with Greg in that's how my scores ended up.
True Translation was first, Spegs was second.
If I had to do it again, I would do it in a heartbeat. The experience from this is just phenomenal.
Innovative Solar was third.
I thought for sure we had won, but Jessica and Kyle and I, we know we're winners anyways.
And then 3E was fourth.
The truth is, I loved it. I'm not gonna lie. Every single stress minute.
Congratulations, you worked hard.
Thank you.
Okay, well done. Everybody did a good job. And graduates, congratulations.
It's like seeing your children, get up to bat and hit a single, double, triple, home run.